emails this week.
Yeah. Why? Oh, because you've been reading a lot.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I can play a voice message if you'd like from Laurie.
Let me read the email up first.
Okay.
Hang on. I'm not primed like you were. Oh, who's this? Oh, Gary sent us an email.
Yay!
Hi guys, just a quick message to say I love you both and I wish you and yours a wonderful Christmas. The highlight of the BB year for me was BBCan. Yes, it didn't last too long, but it was a wonderful cast, wonderful house crew, and the final episode is a landmark in BB history, wonderfully done. It was emotional, definitely my TV highlight of the year. Just wish we could have seen that amazing cast play out more, but 2020 got a 2020. Much love to you both. I've had a few months from hell, and you guys have been heroes to me, and I will never be able to thank you enough. Have a good one. I love you. Oh,
To Gary.
it's really sweet.
It's emotional at the end of it.
God, I'm such a mess. I'm terrible. Oh, this one's not too bad anymore. Long. I can't see you because I'm crying now. God, what is wrong with me? Half a bottle of wine, I think. Right, from Lorcam. Hey, Lindsay and Gaz, Merry Christmas Eve, Eve, Eve. I know you would have preferred money or alcohol, but Christmas is a time for giving, so here's a really long email that Gaz will inevitably complain about. It's not Christmas without a family argument. It's not actually that long.
Luckily, I'm not reading it.
So the year is almost over, and what have we learned? Well, I know now that I didn't know in January. What I know now that I didn't know in January is that global pandemics have a direct correlation to the standard of BB seasons we get. BBCan8 was a mess. It's not what Gary said. BBAU was only good because of Angela. I agree with that. And once she went, it was a boring pile of shit. And All Stars was the only season of BB I have ever given up on. This is not a good year for BB, but I'm glad we got what we did. It has to be a dud year every once in a while, and 2020 was going to be the obvious choice. Thank God we had best shows ever to keep us going. The pinnacle of 2020 TV, in my opinion. I forgot about that too.
What about that?
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
My BB year has been much better. My BB year has been much better than just the new stuff we got. My 2 years plus BB binge still going strong, and this year I've been enjoying all the BB UK from BB6 to BB10. You know that's meaningless to me because I don't know the numbers.
Okay,
Hold on, he's explaining in the next sentence.
Okay.
In Lindsay terms, that's Macozy to halfwit.
Yeah, literally.
What I've realised is BB UK definitely did need a rest. Looking at how good it used to be and comparing it to the Channel 5 series is depressing, because I always thought Channel 5 BB was great. And looking back at both of them, it really did turn to shit, lol. Let's talk about that afterwards.
Yeah.
Bring it back in 2025 for the 25th anniversary. It could be as good as it once was. All they have to do is ignore everything post 2010 and pretend it's been off air for 15 years, and the idiot general public will be none the wiser. My binge has got me some new faves and least faves. Ashleen is the best housemate of all time. Ashleen and Rex is down there with Big Jeff and Colleen Nolan. I disagree strongly with that. This leads me to my discussion topic. Who are your least favourite BB housemates of all time worldwide? Of course, the BB lowlight of the year was my robbery on tier 2 of the BB game. Fuck you, Dan. I like the fact he's still getting a dig in about that shit. But things can only get better in the new year. I'll never play that game again. And can we totally detox from the toxic cult that plays that game? All right, Lorcan. Also, just going to put out there that my 1 year anniversary of meeting Chloe Jasmine is coming up. So I hope the knowledge of that brings you some joy in these dark winter times. Thanks for another year of great podcast, better than actual BB or near enough every occasion, even when I forget to grace you with an email. Hopefully 2021 is better for all of us. Make your Yuletide gay, Lorcan. So there's a few things I want to bring up from that. I don't know how you feel.
Go on.
Channel 5. Everyone always disses BB on Channel 5. I was just happy to have BB. What do you think?
Everyone disses it on Channel 5. What did you say after that?
I was just happy to have Big Brother back.
Of course, I was just happy to have Big Brother back, but I did struggle at times for some series, especially the celebrity ones, when they were doing 2 a year.
The only one that was virtually unwatchable was Carol McGiffin in my opinion.
Fucking hell, that was terrible.
That was the one because they all just wanted to go home and they just moaned about wanting to go home the whole time.
Carol McGiffin. Sorry, no, it was the signal was terrible. I couldn't hear you. But then when you said they wanted to go home, I knew you meant Carol McGiffin. Yeah, that was the horrible one.
That was abysmal. It was just an insult to watch. But apart from that, I've enjoyed every series of Big Brother ever. Channel 5, Channel 4, I don't care.
What about the Stephen Bear one?
I thought Stephen Bear was entertaining. Like, he was a complete cunt and is even worse now. But he kept that show afloat, in my opinion.
That's interesting because he really made it unbearable for me.
Unbearable?
He did. And the fact that Big Brother let him get away with throwing a glass at a window, I will never kind of forgive Big Brother for.
But what about Open the Door Now?
I mean, in retrospect, in the remix, that's good. But in the moment, I just wanted him out. I didn't.
You could have just had the remix and just been done with it.
Quite happily, yeah. You're right. If you think about kind of what gets shared now, a lot of it is Channel 5. And it's like the Tiffany Pollard and the Gemma Collins stuff. People love that. So, like, it had its place, the Channel 5 one. It wasn't the same as Channel 4, but it still had its
Come on. Channel 5 had Rylan versus fucking Spidey. That was iconic.
That was good.
That was so fucking good. There was so much. Like, even like recent ones, like Anne Whittaker being such a cunt, that was entertaining. The whole man tub thing was entertaining. Like, there was that year that Charlotte Crosby was in it and Scotty T was in it and all those sorts of injustices.
But it's the same year as McGiff.
Oh, really? Well, enough said. Although Lauren Harris was good value that year.
Well, it's probably the light amongst all of that crap.
But if you think about it, we were spoilt to have 2 CBBS a year. It was brilliant. I don't care what the quality was like.
The thing is, for me, when Paul Osborne came back and they started to really work on Big Brother's image again, that's when I fell fully back in love with Big Brother. And it was when Sarah Hardin's series kind of changed what Celebrity Big Brother looked like. Like, I mean, what it looked like on TV, what the house looked like, it was just more like Big Brother that I wanted.
Is that because we went to the house that year?
I did. I just think the production, they kind of wanted to bring it back to something which had a rule book and actually like had a structure, whereas Channel 5 for some
a rule book.
Yeah. For quite some time, it was face-to-face nominations every other week, and then it was
4 in, 4 out.
We've reversed it, and everyone that got a nomination is safe or whatever. Like,
yeah, 4 in, 4 out.
This is not okay. Expect the unexpected, but like, please keep it in the format that we recognise as Big Brother.
But it did bring us Mark O'Neill and his epic battle with Danny Whisker. So you gotta, I think I have a different view on it because I was doing the podcast back then, and any sort of shitty, stupid thing that happened, you could just diss it, and it was entertaining. Like, it's not like when BBUS is now. It's not that entertaining. There's not that much stuff to take the piss out of. Where with BBUK, it was so shit. You just rinse it, showbiz and all this fucking rubbish, and you could just absolutely rinse it. So to me, it was always entertaining. But yeah, the quality was nothing like it used to be. But it's like, a partner who you've been going out with for years and years, and they've just the shine's worn off. It was just like that.
The thing is, we know that I only came into the US Big Brother in recent years, and I can see that that's not as good of a show as it used to be either. From watching the clip today of Evil Dick burning Jen with a cigarette, it felt more like a reality show than a competition. To me, it seemed like you saw people living more than you did.
Gaz, how many times have I told you to watch old BBUS? I know you're not gonna, but I'm still watching season 9 at the moment with Jack. Honestly, he loves it so much. And I actually do feel that way about BBUS. Like the quality at BB15 was good, and now it's terrible. Whereas for BBUK, I feel like, oh, I'll just take it, whatever. It's funny.
Well, I would as well, because
Mm.
fundamentally it is a format that I love. So even when it's really bad, it's better than nothing.
Yeah, and all these other formats that are ripping off Big Brother left, right, and centre, and they're not as good.
That's the painful part. It's like Big Brother started it all, but now everyone's turned their back on it, and they'd rather watch rip-off shows.
And I'm a Celebrity gets like fucking 12 million viewers. Why?
Series this year was the worst I've ever seen, and I've rarely given up on a reality show at all. But I didn't even go back to watch the last week, I'd say. I missed the final, and I didn't go back to watch it. I said that she was going to win.
Yeah. Oh, she was one of the worst. If she was in that most forgettable housemates category, she would have won it. She was just awful.
Absolutely.
Just so phony, in my opinion.
And
But when Vernon was like being covered in cockroaches, whatever it was, I just turned to Jack and I said, "How is this actually entertaining? Like, how is this something that I just don't get what's entertaining about that? I do not understand that show, and I never ever will."
The thing is, when it's in Australia, I think it is more entertaining because it's more of a challenge, and obviously, I think it's harder to make people entertaining when they're cold. I actually do.
Yeah.
And I do think, like, given COVID and the fact they had to move that production to Wales,
They did a good job.
actually did a bloody good job. Exactly.
Yeah.
It felt like the same show, but it also wasn't quite there.
Yeah, I agree with that. And then just something else Lorcan said. I've heard a lot of this hate for Rex on the chat with Lorcan, Rowan, and Laurie. Don't you think Rex was a good character?
Rex was kind of TV gold. He was a villain.
Thank you. I fucking loved Rex. He was like such a cunt. He was like Gordon Ramsay. He was just like so just hateable. It was great TV.
Rex is a chef as well, isn't he?
Yeah, exactly. And let's not forget his girlfriend.
Yeah. I felt like, because I feel like at the time I probably didn't like him that much, but I can appreciate him in retrospect. He was also kind of consciously a villain.
In retrospect. When he said to that girl, I'd swap you for Scrabble, that was just, he was so good. I don't get that. I would have thought Lorcan would love the campness of Rex, but no.
And I'll say what else Rex did, which I've recently rewatched, is when they had tokens on the shopping list for random prizes. He did the shopping list and he spent loads of money on tokens, like 100 tokens or something. So Big Brother had to supply all these random things, which was the clip I used for when you go to the supermarket in lockdown.
Cool. I love shit like that. I don't get that.
I asked him, what did you get on the shopping list? He was like, yeah, got that. Saying yes, is like, no.
It's like 500 bananas. So, what did he ask us? Oh.
You might have to discuss your worst housemates, because I need the loo now.
That was it. Hold on. What was the question? Oh, Gaz, you're coming too close.
Can I bob out for a week?
Yeah, go on, I'll do it. I thought Gaz was going to get off of us then, listeners. Viewers. Gaz just disappearing into the ether there. I just turn the thing away from me when I'm off for a week, off for a while. Right. This leads me to my discussion topic. Who are your least favourite BB housemates of all time worldwide? See, I've reviewed quite a lot of them. Like BBUS. Gaz isn't here. Kathy was one of the worst, but in retrospect, Kathy was fucking brilliant. I've changed my opinion on quite a lot of people, actually. I mean, Maggie was awful. She wasn't even entertaining. There's a lot of people who just diabolical, like Cowboy. I heard Cowboy is on Catfish. I need to watch that one. Who else is shit? There's so many. There's just so many just boring people. Like my would be people like Cody, Derek, just like anyone who just stifles the game. UK wise, Carol. Anyone who dominates the kitchen. Carol, Vinnie Jones. No, Vinnie Jones is a good house. Pauline. I really hated Lisa. I think that's the one. Walker's watching at the moment. Although she does have a good moment. I won't say what.